Preying on a church. Cameras catch a crook trying to cash in by smashing a donation box.
How would you, in your right mind, break into the house of God?
What he found inside.
It all comes down to tomorrow. What Selfridge is trying to land is a once-in-a-generation opportunity for Macomb County.
And an inspiring story from an amazing teenager.
My wife and I didn't realize that Sean had been hit.
Sean English, the Good Samaritan who became a victim.
Everyone has struggles, but you just have to put yourself in somebody else's shoes.
Tonight, Local 4 takes you along for an exclusive look at his journey to get back what he lost while trying to save lives.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
Topping our news tonight, stunning surveillance video captures the moment a thief destroyed what he thought was a collection box.
The robbery happened last Saturday at Abundant Life Christian Center on Grand River near Telegraph in Redford Township.
That's where Priya Mann is tonight. And Priya, he had to have known where the cameras were.
Well, just take a look for yourself. There are signs like this all over the building. In fact, on this corner alone, there are 3 cameras, and video captured this thief riding his bike around the side of this building and breaking into a door.
A man picks up the box, smashes it to the ground, and doesn't stop there. He walks over and picks it up again, lifting it up even higher, finally breaking it open. He rifles through it, but doesn't find what he's looking for.
My first thought was, wow, how would you, in your right mind, break into the house of God?
This is the prayer box that was destroyed, which the thief likely thought was a collection box. And take a look inside. It's not filled with money, but people's prayers, their most intimate requests to God.
We felt sorry for him because he didn't realize what he was doing. But we know that God answers all prayers, whether they're in a broken box or not.
The thief rode up to the church on his bicycle, went to the side door and popped the lock. With no use for prayers, he kept looking, eventually prying open another door and stealing a laptop.
He took his time while he was walking around, like he had no regard for hearing the alarm system being triggered or anything, and he was just looking for whatever he could get quickly.
The brazen theft happened last Saturday around 7 in the evening at Abundant Life Church in Redford Township. Police are looking for an older white male wearing a Michigan State shirt.
We forgive you. If you need prayer, you need help, the doors are open.
And Abundant Life tells me they are building another prayer box. The church has been here for 9 years, and they tell me they've had some attempted break-ins, some minor vandalism, but never anything like this. If you recognize the man in that security video, please contact police. Reporting live from Redford Township, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
Speaking of recognizing the man, Priya, has anyone from the church seen the man before?
Some church members say they have seen him around in the area, and police also believe that might be the case. They say he came here on a bicycle, and he was also captured on security video a few hours after the theft, riding his bike through the parking lot. Police are investigating.
Indeed. Okay, Priya, thanks.
A community gathers at Star International Academy to honor a fellow student who drowned over the weekend. 15-year-old Muhammad Wadwad fell into the water in Cass Lake Saturday night. His body was recovered the next morning. Tonight, friends and family gathered on the Star International Academy football field to remember Muhammad and what he meant to them.
He was very special, very caring, a great student with good character.
He's the last person to look down on his teammates or look down on anybody who's trying to get better, because that was what he was about. And this field will be a remembrance of him and what he meant to us.
What's family has started a GoFundMe page for funeral expenses. You can find more information on clickondetroit.com.
Will Macomb County be the new home of the F-35 fighter jet? A critical morning ahead for Selfridge and Macomb County, as the Department of Defense will be here to decide if the jets move to Michigan. It's a once-in-a-generation opportunity. Mara McDonald looks at the big selling point and why Macomb is likely the pick of the 5 bases being considered.
The F-35 is the prize. The question is, will Macomb's Selfridge Air National Guard base land it? Macomb County Executive Mark Hackel is ready to sell Macomb.
Are we prepared as a, I guess if you will, region to handle or support the F-35s that come here from an industry perspective? Nobody does it like we do. We are the defense capital.
One of Hackle's key selling points to the Department of Defense is that Macomb has the skill level and the education level necessary to support these F-35s. And you know what? He's exactly right. Many people don't realize Michigan has a ton of defense contractors here, or defense installations, about 4,000 of them. You know what? 75% of them, like the Detroit Arsenal here, well, they're in Macomb.
If we get those F-35s here in Macomb County, for the next 35 years, we're not going to be talking about base realignment and closures.
Selfridge has been on closure lists in the past, but has survived by the skin of its teeth each time. Currently, it runs the A-10 Warthog. The F-35, though, is the future. Lockheed Martin, which makes the F-35, has already paid a visit to Macomb in recent weeks, meeting with various suppliers. Bring the F-35 here, and the jobs will follow.
I think it'd be awesome because it'd give Michigan more of credit than what we really have.
Back here live, this is the big glossy brochure that all those Defense Department people are going to be given tomorrow, that is page after page as to why they should choose Selfridge. Now, that decision could come in July. More than likely, it will come in August, and a lot of people here with their fingers crossed. We're live in Warren tonight. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
12 hours from now, former MSU Dr. Larry Nassar will be back in federal court, and he's expected to take a deal. He'll plead guilty to charges of possessing and distributing child pornography. The feds say he had 37,000 images collected on his computer. Nassar is still charged with sexually abusing several young gymnasts.
He says he's nervous and not getting much sleep. That's because this week, white boy Rick Wershey will find out if he's been granted parole. The board will announce its decision Friday morning. Wershey is Michigan's longest-serving nonviolent juvenile offender, sentenced to life after his arrest at 17 on drug charges. Local 4 defender Kevin Dietz has been following Wershey's case for years and will have live coverage of Friday's announcement.
Put it on the ground! I'm not put it on the ground now! Put it on the ground or you're dead!
The two men who made national headlines for storming into the Dearborn Police Department, armed with guns and tactical gear, have been convicted. Back in February, Brandon Vreeland and James Baker recorded as they walked into the lobby for what they called an open carry protest. Well, both were charged and convicted of carrying a concealed weapon, resisting arrest, and disturbing the peace. They'll be sentenced next month.
Detroit mayoral candidate Coleman Young II revealed his blueprint for the city today. He laid out a 10-point plan to a small group of supporters centered around restoring Detroit neighborhoods and bringing more businesses to the city. Young's plan had heavy focus on curbing crime and increasing employment. He says these two goals are directly connected.
There's no crime in this city that a good-paying job can't fix. That's why what I want to do is I want to have community benefits agreements with legally binding mandates. So in other words, there will be no project in this city where Detroiters do not have access to those jobs first.
Young also says he wants to restore the residency mandate for police and firefighters.
A police chase with a surprising twist. What the driver had in his hands when he walked out of the car, he crashed while running from officers.
And a driver mows down a bicyclist but never stops. Why? He says he kept going. Hi, Ben.
Hey, Kim, it has been so dry for most of the summer that it's been a while since we've had enough moisture to get some fog, but tomorrow is a different story. Could see some of that around, and we'll show you when our next chance of thunderstorms rolls in coming up.
He's never asked why me. He's never been bitter. There have been good days and bad days, but his outlook has been tremendous. My wife and I didn't realize that Sean had been hit.
Sean English, just 16 years old, horribly injured as he raced to help others. It would devastate most people, but not Sean, whose guts and determination is inspiring everyone around him.
Tremendous young man.
And back in April, Sean and his parents watched a car full of teens flip on I-96. As they rushed to help, Sean was hit, losing part of his right leg.
Now a local organization is helping Sean with his new beginning. Local 4 was invited along on the emotional journey from Detroit to Chicago's Shriners Hospital.
this is going to be a great day.
Yeah, I just wanted, I mean, there's going to be a lot of thank yous down the road, but I just wanted to say thank you for,
oh, you're welcome.
I mean, everything.
We're ready? Is everybody seated back there?
Well, today we're going down to Chicago to go visit Shriners. This is a non-profit organization that adopted me and will be covering all my prosthetics for the rest of my life.
It's a group of men who believe in doing the right things for others, and our biggest thing is our philanthropy is our children. Anything they need, we take care of that. Those needs, children are important to us, and families that can't afford it, we take care of that.
Today, it's basically just a meet and greet, maybe some measurements. It's not that fun walking in like an old man's walker, so I really would like to get up on my feet, literally. And I mean, I'm smiling just thinking about it right now.
We were driving, it was a Sunday morning, we were on our way to church. There was a vehicle that lost control in front of us, flipped on its side, and both my wife and I got out to render aid. Asked Sean, who was sitting in the back seat, to contact 911. And he was in the process of calling 911. My wife and I got out. We got to the vehicle that had flipped, and we're in the process of getting the children out of the vehicle when the final vehicle entered the accident scene. My wife and I didn't realize that Sean had been hit until we actually got up, turned around, looked, and we could see him laying by our vehicle. It looked like he had gotten trapped between the last vehicle that entered the accident zone and our vehicle, and he was laying on the pavement.
I remember seeing the accident itself in front of me happen. I don't remember too much.
And throughout this entire path, he's never asked why me. He's never been bitter. There have been good days and bad days, but his outlook has been tremendous.
Right now we're in the recovery process. I got Nurse English over here doing the wounds every day. So you really take it for granted, but it's not going to be easy. Like I don't remember how to walk, so it's going to be hard. You can't rush a prosthetic. It's something that really needs to come slowly and make sure everything's okay.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Good.
Good?
I'm sorry. Kari? Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Mrs. English.
No. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. I've always thought through this whole experience that there's always someone doing worse than you.
Stay strong, boy. You'll be back. You'll be back up before you know it.
It's really hard, depending on what you're going through. It's really hard, but you can't get help unless you accept it.
People forget he's 16 years old. He's an exceptional young man. Sorry.
Now, Sean will be getting his prosthetic sometime next month.
But his story doesn't end there. You want to be with us tomorrow night.
To see that smile on his face.
Take a look at this moment. Sean's mom and dad embracing when something very special happened to their son while they were at the hospital in Chicago. There wasn't even a dry eye in the place, including the Shriners themselves.
Find out why his mom said this was the biggest smile she's seen from Sean in months as we continue our Local 4 exclusive, Sean English's unforgettable story. I think we all can learn something from this young man, just his determination, his attitude, his strength, and his willingness to share his story. That's not easy either, right. But he did it, and we can all learn something.
And being a hero just for making that first attempt, just to help others, of being a lifesaver, and then all the other things that happened along the way. So we will have much more about Sean tomorrow. Yeah. Meantime, Ben.
Yeah, let's get on this forecast here. A yucky kind of day, but we needed this rain, Ben.
Yep, we got some much needed rain, and in some places a lot of rain. When you look at the estimates, everything that's shaded in green here is where we estimate over 1 inch of rain has fallen, including some of those yellow spots down there in Lenawee County where we could have picked up more than 2 inches of rain in the last 24 hours. Officially at the airport, just about a ½ inch. So that takes our monthly total for July almost to 2 inches. So we are above average for the month. just about a half-inch shy for the summer. And remember, meteorological summer starts on June 1st. So we're about 6 weeks into that. And for the year, we've got plenty of rain. Don't need to worry about those yearly totals. Temperatures, though, are in the 60s. It's been a very calm night as the winds have started to relax, but the humidity is out there. So couple that with the fact that we got all that rain earlier today, and as the clouds break up and the temperatures drop, that's going to set the stage for some patchy fog. And the only place we're seeing it right now is right around Port Huron. We've got some reduced visibilities there, but as we get closer to daybreak, could see some more areas. So keep that in mind for the drive into work tomorrow. But we have cleared out nicely. A lot of activity as far as thunderstorms go, but that's all stayed to our south. And as we get into tomorrow, it should stay dry as well. Wednesday is a different story. That low gets closer to us along that front. We'll get 2 rounds of thunderstorms, first in the morning, and then again as we get into the afternoon and evening. And as that front pretty much lays right on our southern border, that's going to be a focus for showers and storms right on through the first part of Friday. But it's Wednesday afternoon and evening that is going to be the focus for severe weather. Slight risk, which is Category 2 for most of southern Michigan. We'll be watching that very carefully on Wednesday. 69 tonight. Muggy conditions. The humidity really isn't going to go away until we get into Friday morning. That's when we'll finally see the air become a lot drier. Highs tomorrow, warmer than what we picked up today and pretty tightly clustered. A lot of low 80s out there, including our metro zone. One of the warm spots is going to be down here in Lambertville at 84 degrees. West zone generally low 80s here, from 80 in Fenton to 82 down in Ann Arbor. And in our north zone, we're looking at some 70s, upper 70s. But again, with that humidity, it's not going to be all that comfortable, especially in the nighttime hours. Excuse me, nighttime hours. Got choked up from that humidity. 80s will take us all the way through Monday. And once we get the humidity down and the showers out of here on Thursday, Friday through the early part of next week looks pretty good, but could be a little bit rough, especially with that Wednesday night round of storms. We'll be watching that pretty carefully.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Ben. Prison inmates are supposed to be locked up in cells, so the question is, how did 400 of them manage to make this mess of a soccer field?
And it's hard to believe the driver didn't notice this happening. His excuse for driving off after mowing down a cyclist. That's next.
First,
All right, some breaking news to tell you about right now. 16 people were killed when a military plane crashed in Mississippi. The Marine Corps refueling plane went down in a soybean field and burst into flames. Witnesses say they heard a boom, then saw the plane corkscrewing down to the ground. County officials say all 16 people on the plane were killed. The sheriff says 12 bodies have been recovered so far.
Closer to home tonight, a dog attack in this Roseville neighborhood ends with a pit bull shot and killed. Police say a 52-year-old man killed that dog because it was attacking his mastiff. The Macomb County prosecutor will determine if any charges will be filed.
The city of Sterling Heights is expanding its lawsuit against Macomb County relating to the Fraser sinkhole. The suit alleges some Macomb County officials have conflicts of interest, impacting their assessment of who should foot the $70 million repair bill.
The NBA, Pistons owner Palace Sports Entertainment and Olympia Entertainment have been added to the federal lawsuit over whether taxpayers should finance the Pistons' move to Detroit. The suit aims to force a vote on the $34.5 million that would be used for the move.
Well, the video is stunning. A man on a bike mowed down by a passing SUV, and the driver just keeps on going. A helmet camera recorded the crash as 2 men were riding through Nashville. Police used the video to track the driver down. He says he thought someone threw a bike at his car, and he never realized that he hit a person. Incredibly, the cyclist was not hurt. The driver, who happens to be a school administrator, is charged in the hit and run.
A South Carolina man leads police on a chase with his baby inside his car and ends up flipping. Dashcam video shows the aftermath of the crash. The suspect comes out of the car holding his 1-year-old daughter as a deputy moves in to arrest him. The child was taken to the hospital and is now back home recovering with family. The driver faces a list of charges.
Hundreds of inmates rioted at an Oklahoma federal prison overnight and took 2 guards hostage. This field of debris is all that's left after 400 inmates rioted for hours Sunday night following a fight in the yard. The sheriff says the prisoners armed with bats and iron pipes captured 2 officers before being surrounded on this field where they were detained. The 2 prison guards taken hostage were eventually freed and not hurt.